The year was 1977, the place Enfield, England. A normal house on Green Street became a terrifying stage for something unexplainable. The Hodgson family, especially the young daughters, experienced events that shocked the world. Objects moved on their own. Loud noises echoed in the night. Something dark had entered their home. The Enfield Poltergeist case remains one of the most debated paranormal events ever. Was it a terrifying haunting, or was it an elaborate hoax? The lines blurred, leaving many questions unanswered. Even today, the possibility of what transpired in that house sends chills down your spine. It started subtly. Toys moved across the room as if controlled by an unseen hand. Furniture shook violently. Whispers seemed to come from the walls themselves. Then things escalated. Objects flew across the room with terrifying force. Drawers slammed open and shut on their own. The Hodgson family was living in a nightmare. The paranormal activity centered around the two daughters, 11-year-old Janet and 13-year-old Margaret. They became the focus of the entity's rage. Their beds shook violently. They were thrown from their beds by unseen forces. Something sinister was targeting them. Then came the voices. Deep, guttural voices, seemingly belonging to an old man, emanated from Janet. The voices claimed to be different entities trapped within the house. One voice identified itself as Bill Wilkins, a former resident who had died in the house. Janet exhibited signs of possession. Her voice changed, taking on a raspy, menacing tone that chilled the bone. Her body contorted in unnatural ways. Witnesses described seeing her levitate several feet in the air. The entity was using her, speaking through her, revealing the dark history of the house. Doubts and disbelief. Not everyone believed the Hodgson story. Skeptics emerged, claiming that the girls were faking the events. They pointed to inconsistencies in the evidence. Some photographs of levitations were deemed to be faked. The voices, they argued, were just clever ventriloquism by attention-seeking children. However, many witnesses remained unconvinced by the skeptics' claims. Experienced paranormal investigators such as Maurice Grosse and Guy Lyon Playfair spent months at the house. They witnessed events they couldn't explain. They heard the voices. They saw the objects move. They left Enfield convinced that something genuinely supernatural had occurred. Haunted by history, the Enfield Poltergeist case, despite its controversies, continues to fascinate and terrify. It remains a chilling reminder that some things defy logical explanation. The possibility of an unseen force, a malevolent entity, tormenting a family in their own home is a thought that stays with you. The case inspired countless books, documentaries, and even Hollywood movies. The Conjuring 2, one of the highest-grossing horror films of all time, drew heavily from the Enfield events. While the movie took creative liberties, it captured the raw terror and mystery that continued to surround the Enfield Poltergeist.